Ancient Greek medicine. So on the subject of ancient Greek training and using exercise as medicine, Hippocrates gets a lot of the attention. So Hippocrates was about 5th century BC, and he never actually wrote anything down. It was all orally transmitted and later recorded, but he was considered the first, let's say, doctor of the ancient world. There was a contemporary, though, who is somewhat forgotten about to this day, but is worth mentioning. His name was Herodicus of Selymbria, and Hippocrates actually mentions him in some of his writings. And Herodicus, he was a gymnastics master, so kind of the equivalent of personal trainer, essentially, athletic trainer today. He trained athletes, he trained people at the gymnasium, and he had been a sickly, I guess, child, younger person himself, and he got very strong and he healed his body through very vigorous walking, massage, and then healthy eating. And he prescribed this to patients, so he was also kind of like a gym doctor. And his exercise routines were known for being quite intense. And Hippocrates actually criticizes Herodicus at various points, where he says his recommendations are too fatiguing for sick people. It's just too much exercise, which is interesting, right? Back then, there was an understanding of the fatigue kind of continuum. And there's another guy who comes much later, around like early, sort of like 50 BC, Aulus Cornelius. And he has an encyclopedia on medicine, which is probably forgotten about in the gym world, but I have it. And he is much more than Hippocrates. He formalizes exercise as a form of medicine, and he has very interesting prescriptions around exercise timing. Doing fasted cardio, he believes, is very beneficial. Walking after meals is very beneficial. Fueling your workouts, nutrient timing. So he has kind of prescriptions there. This is 2,000 years ago, right? But very cool stuff. So it's just a good lesson that all the things today that we argue about, or we think are very groundbreaking, there is nothing new under the sun. So long as Occidental man has been training and trying to improve his physical constitution, the gym bros have been figuring stuff out. So thanks for listening, guys.